Good evening, students. Today we'll be discussing about like and unlike decimals and how to convert unlike decimals to like decimals. Now see, I've already written it down. Like decimals means decimal numbers with the same number of decimal places. What is the meaning of this? Say, for example, say 7.1. Suppose there is a set of decimals like this: 7.1, then 28.3, then 309.5, suppose 1008.3. Now in these decimals you will see all the decimal places in these decimal numbers are same. This is 1/10th decimal place, this is 1/10th decimal place, this is also 10th decimal place, here also it is 10th decimal place. So all decimal numbers having same number of decimal places, they are called as like decimals. I hope this is clear. Now unlike decimal means the decimal number, set of decimal numbers having different number of decimal places. Meaning, say for example, I take 7.32, 13.1 and suppose 208.239. Now in this case you see the decimal places, they are all different. Now here the decimal place is 1/100th or the 100th place, and this is 1/10 or the 10th place, and this decimal number has decimal places of 1/1000th. So all the decimal places are different. Now this type of decimal numbers, they are called as unlike decimals. Different number of decimal places. Now next is, how do we convert unlike decimals to like decimals? Now this is a set of unlike decimals. Let's say take the same thing, 7.32, 13.1, and next one is 208.239. Now this is a set of unlike decimals. How do we convert it to like decimals? This is unlike decimals. How do we convert it to like decimals? Now see, to convert it to like decimals, what we have to do is we have to equalize the decimal places by putting zeros. Now suppose in this we will see which decimal is having the highest decimal place. Now in this set of decimals you will see the highest decimal place is thousandths place. So we will make all the decimal numbers with 1000 decimal places. How? Now you see 7.32 hundredths place. So here it is the highest thousandths place. So I will put 10 here. Here what I will do, 13.100, and here it is already in the thousandths place. So 239. Now you see this is a decimal number with 1000 decimal places. This is a decimal number with 1000 decimal places. This is a decimal number with 1000 decimal places. This is how we convert unlike decimals into like decimals. Now next you write it down. We'll go to the next point, how we compare the decimals. Next we are going to see how we compare decimals. For example, suppose there is a question like this: which decimal is greater, 78.40 or 78.416? Now how do we find which one is greater? Now in that, to find out which one is greater or which one is smaller, there are certain steps that we have to follow. Step number 1 is we have to equalize the decimal places of both the numbers. Now the two numbers are 78.40 and the other one is 78.416. Now we have to equalize, we have to convert them into like decimals. We can compare only when the decimals are in the like form, similar to the fractions. We can compare fractions only when they are like fractions. The same method. Now see 78.40. Here there are 3 decimal places. Here there is only 2 decimal places. So 78.40, I can write it as 78.400, and 78.416 remains as 78.416. So first step is convert into like decimals. Convert into like decimals. Now you see 78.400 and this side is 78.416. Now how we compare the decimals? We start comparing the place, the values in the different places of the number. Now we start with the whole number place. Now this is 7, this is also 7. So it is 7 is equal to 7. Now here next ones place it is 8. Here also ones place it is 8. So this is also equal. We'll have to continue with this. Then here you see the 10th place the digit is 4. Here also the 10th place the digit is 4. So here also it is 4 equal to 4. I am not able to find out which one is greater. Now here you see it is 0 and here it is 1. So 0 is less than 1. So now once we get this, so 0 is less than 1 means what? 1 is greater than 0. So this means once we get this, so immediately we can say that 78.400 is less than 78.416. Many a times we write the answer like this. But here you see what is the question being asked? Which decimal is greater? So I have to say this is greater or this is greater. So when it is greater, I cannot write the answer like this. So the answer will be, this is a very common mistake done by many children. So answer will be which is greater. So I'll have to write 78.416 is greater than 78.4 in the whole number part. Whole number part place wise. First we will go to the largest one. Alright, or we can start with the smallest one, 8, then we will keep on continuing it. So the number with greater digit will be greater number. Now suppose if the whole number part is same as it has happened here, we will keep continuing to compare the digits in the place value after the decimals also. We'll keep on continuing this. So third is, if the digits in the whole number part is same, then start comparing the digits in the decimal part. So this will continue until you get either greater or less than. So in the next one you pause it. If you want to write it down, you pause it. In the next we will see how to convert fractions to decimal and decimals to fraction.
Sure.
Next point, we will see how we converting fractions to decimals and vice versa, decimals to two fractions. First say fractions to decimals. Suppose there is a fraction like this, 5 by 2. Now how do we convert this into a decimal number? Now see, decimal number means we have already discussed what is a decimal. A decimal is a type of fraction. Which type of fraction? They are the decimal fractions. So if I have to convert this into decimal, I have to convert the denominator in the form of tens or hundreds or thousands. So what I can do is I will find the equivalent fraction of 5 by 2 having denominator either 10 or 100 or thousands. So 2 I can convert it to 10 if I multiply it by 5. So this becomes what? 25 by 10. Now what we do is we first write the numerator as it is. Numerator is 25. Now we'll count how many zeros are there. There is only one zero. So from the right hand side we'll start counting 1 0 1. After that I put the decimal. So 5 by 2 in decimal form is 2.5. Now if you see, if you divide it, 5 divided by 2. So how much you are getting? 2 to the 4, 1 decimal 0, 2.5. So this way we don't have to do the rough work. We can instantly convert the fraction into decimal. But here the condition is the denominator should be such a number which I can convert into tens or hundreds or thousands by multiplying certain numbers. Now suppose if the decimal is, if the denominator is 3, so if the denominator is 3, I cannot convert it in terms of tens or hundreds or thousands. Now let us take one mixed fraction. Suppose 2 1 by 5. How do I convert it to decimal? Now in this case what I will do is I will first convert the mixed fraction to fraction. So how much it is? 5 to the 10 plus 1, it is 11 by 5. Now the same process again. So I convert the denominator into tens or hundreds or thousands. So 5 into 2, 11 into 2. So it becomes 22 by 10. So I write the numerator as it is, 22. First I write the numerator. Then I see how many zeros are there in the denominator. 1 zeros, start counting from the right hand side. 1 digit, place the decimal. So 2 1 by 5 is in the decimal form. It is 2.2. Now the reverse process. How do I convert a decimal into a fraction? Now suppose there is a decimal, suppose 2.5. Now how I will convert it? I will write the numerator. I will write the number without the decimal. So 25 by, I will write 1. Now after this I'll count how many decimal places are there. There is only one decimal place, so I'll put 1 0. So the fractional form of 2.5 is 25 by 10, or you can write it as how much it is, 5 by 2. 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10, 5 by 2. If you divide this, the normal division, you will get the answer like this. Let's see one more. Suppose 48.321. How do I convert it into fraction? First what I will do, I will write the number without the decimal as the numerator. 48321 by, I'll put 1. Now I'll count how many decimal places are there. 1 2 3. So I'll put 3 zeros. Now this is the fractional form of the decimal number 48.321. I hope all these points that we have discussed, like and unlike decimals, converting unlike to like fractions, like decimals, comparing decimals, converting fractions to decimals and decimals to fraction, it is clear to you. Have a nice time. Bye.